I think bold titanium white. We'll thin down some bold titanium white with the glazed wash medium first. Use that. We want it to get a little bit more opaque in the center of the exhaust nozzles. We're going to be doing the thruster pack OSL now. And so we want to be able to get some pretty high opacity in the middle there. I'm still going to mix it in with the glaze medium. So some glazed wash medium. Some bold titanium white. I'm going to do 2 drops of bold titanium white. To about, I don't know, 50 million. 7, 8. 8 drops. But the drops are about twice as big coming out of that. So, you know, 16 drops to 2. About 8 to 1 at the end of the day. Get a damp brush. Make that work. Glaze medium doesn't make it any thinner viscosity. You notice it doesn't flow very fast at all. So we're going to add a little bit more water in there. Just off the brush. I don't want to squirt a whole bunch of water into it. I just want to kind of grab some water, some very dirty paint cup water out of there, just to get it a little bit thinner in viscosity, not too much. There we go. Da 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 da. That should be enough. Got like 5 drops out of that. Okay, that gives us a good opaque white, but still not as brutal as just the titanium by itself, right? It doesn't look like we painted snow on that thing, but okay. Gives us a good start. Clean that out. Oh, I say clean that out. That may be harder than it appears. I think I used up all of my airbrush cleaning water. Did. All right, chat. I'll be right back. Got to fill up my squirt bottle. I showered. Ooh, no, I don't. I have my water bottle. My drinking water. Look at me. I don't need to hydrate. I need to airbrush. Nick Pie airbrush cam wouldn't have shown you anything anyway. I was literally painting an 1/8 of an inch away from the exhaust spigot things. You literally are just getting in right on top of them. You know, I'm holding the airbrush like this with the cap off, needle all free, all hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and then getting like this and spraying and this doing small circles as I spray so I don't load up a whole lot of paint anywhere, right? Same thing here. Get it lined up real close. And then as you start spraying, start moving in tiny circles so that you start seeing the circle build up inside the area that you're trying to paint. And then let a little bit of glow go outside. But we'll do most of the glow with the transparent white that we do next. Hydration's overrated. Hydration's for suckers. Oh, not in Arizona, it's not. do you like being alive? When I moved here, I was amazed at how fast you can dehydrate in the course of a day in Arizona for how dry it is. Holy balls. I was wondering why I was feeling so crappy. Then you just start drinking. I kept this water bottle by my side and drink like 2 or 3 of them every day and feel a ton better. Arizona is not your friend when it comes to water consumption. Alive is for suckers. Be alive for suckers. Y'all a bunch of wusses. Wanting to be alive and stay hydrated. Bet you have something against husk people. Yeah, that whole freaking book series is idiotic. The 3-body problem. Worst sci-fi ever written. Don't get me started, Mo. Is that what you're trying to do? Is that what you're trying to do? When you're stationed in Camp Pendleton and you'd be out in the desert doing training, you have to give IVs left and right since people are dropping out from the heat. It's crazy. It doesn't even take much time. You can just be standing, right? Talk to people that have been stationed like on like guard duty, just standing out in the sun and just completely pass out. Stand with their knees locked, right? Blood thickening the entire time as you dehydrate. You're like, lack of oxygen to brain problem. Mo, you horrible, horrible human, you. Chat? Mo's, yeah, if you lock your knees, you're done. You're just done. All right. Transparent white. Isophis. What are hydration tabs? Some sort of vitamin additive thing? You want a camera mounted at the tip of an airbrush? It's almost like first-person shooter, but with an airbrush. So they make a camera that is like this super macro pencil lens thing, right? It's like the kind of thing that you would, you know... as a matter of fact, in Brent, Goobertown, and Dave's video, they use one on the motorized cam so that they can get in, like, super close. Right? All right. I'm not thinning this much. It's just the water that was left in the airbrush from when we cleaned. A thumb here. Get a little bit of a overspray sort of around the inside of that lip. It just kind of lights up the inside. Same thing over here. And I'm getting in super close. And just give a little bit more glow on the inside of the chamber there. I don't want these to be like super bright. I'm going to leave that transparent white in there for a minute. I should not forget it, though. That's a pain in the butt to clean up if it comes out on us. But it should last long enough for me to do what we're intending to do here. We need more of the old titanium white. One of the few times we use like a white. Because we're going to go back over these edges with the color for the exhaust. You know, I don't know. What color should we use, chat? Haven't even thought about it, huh? A magenta. We could use a magenta flame. Blue. Blue might be the coolest, huh? Green. I love doing all my glows with like bright yellow green, so I'm a bad person to ask because I'm, oh, this is how I do it. Ha ha ha, it's a punny. I made a joke. Very punny. The goal here is to brighten up the edges so that when we do the transparent paint on them in the color of the exhaust, whatever we do, I like yellow. I think orange, maybe, you know, like a dull orange might be good, even though the guys are red. I don't know. First two that pop out are blue and green, because we're doing red. But you could do magentas, violet. And of course, the more normal colors like an orange or something. An orangey yellow could work really well here as a, more natural flame style color. But blue, I like the idea of like, the kind of bluish jet exhaust. That's pretty good. And I mean, we've done blue lightning claws on these guys. Do we do blue? I mean, the other guys don't have anything blue radiated. The normal assault marines are just going to be, plasma guns, chain swords. They could be blue. The blue might be the best thing across the whole army, actually. Yeah, I think blue. And probably, yeah, for like 60 days. And sometimes we're smart enough to move them over to YouTube, but generally not. but generally not. Yeah, I think we're going to do blue on this. What I might do, though, is I might do a dark purple wash real quick. And then the blue over the top of that. Let's make like a, yeah, I think like a really nice dark purple wash. I think we could probably use transparent purple, transparent red together. Let's play. Let's play, chat. Get that zoom out of here. Get a drop or two of transparent purple going. And a little bit of transparent red. We'll do like one. And we'll do two. 2 drops of transparent red, 2 drops of transparent purple. Should be good. Bunch of glaze wash medium, because we're going to brush this on, not airbrush. Turquoise could be cool, T-Schmid. That's a good idea, right? I like the idea of turquoise. Tunzo glaze medium. I don't know how much that was. A lot. And then a spritz. Just a little spritz of water. Stir that up. Bam. Instant wash in a really nice, vivid purple. The red is going to get you like a royal purple. Our purple transparent is a very deep, like trending towards blue, right? That's really nice. It looks about right. It may be a little bit opaque for what we're doing, but let's go for it. Let's go for it. Actually, let's do a little bit more water. There we go. That worked pretty well. Perfect.
Hey, somebody likes us.
Don't want to get inside the nozzle. I just want to get all of the area around the nozzle with the purple. Zoom back in. Perfect wash. Boom. I like it. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want gravity to pull a lot of color down towards the bottom because this is a radial glow, right? So if you're doing a wash like this and you sand it back up, gravity's going to pull all your pigment down here, and that's not what we want. So we want to just hold it so it's flat to earth so that any wetness that we have evens out throughout this whole area is the gist here. Purple clashes with red? What do you mean? What do you mean clashes? You be creative because that's something you could never do? You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed, right? We get people through here all the time that says, I can't draw a stick figure. It doesn't matter. You can have a lot of fun with paint, right? It's like being in third grade and going in and finger painting. You can create all sorts of cool stuff with a little bit of training. The nice thing about miniatures, and we talk about it all the time, is that the model itself is half of the journey, and you don't have to make that, right? This is given to you, so half of your story or more is already told, and then it's like a coloring book, you know? It's a three-dimensional coloring book, and so you can go wild. You can do it in as few or as many colors as you want, and turn out whatever story you're looking to do, and never have to feel like it's overwhelming, right? Until you decide you want it to be. Just a little bit of air through the airbrush here so that I can get this to cure a little bit quicker with the wash. I'm going to have to shut down here soon. I've got a 6 o'clock appointment, so I can't stream all the way up till 6 like I normally would. Okay. Then what we're going to do, we still have that white transparent in here. So I'm going to get in about an inch away from the exhaust port and hit it. Oh boy, that's still really wet. I got to make sure I'm not, as I'm pulling in and... Yeah, I don't want to blast pigment all over the place. Still a little bit wet. I can soak some of that up with a brush. Give me a brush. I got an idea. Ah. Easy. Because what I want to do here is lighten the area right around the exhaust port again. Right? Brighten up the center just a little bit. Over here, it's not going to matter as much, so I probably don't even need to do this over here because it's just going to go right inside the middle there. Okay. So now I'm going to leave that. And then we need, what I really want is, I mean, does turquoise work? Turquoise could work here. Hmm. I think I don't want to introduce that color. I think I want it more spot on blue, right? I think sky blue is our first choice. Yeah. All right, let's play. Let's play mixing cup number 3 for the day. Oh my God, tell. That's horrible. You dig the purple by itself? Yeah, the purple's kind of neat. But again, my idea wasn't to bring another color in there. It was to just use the purple as kind of the dull glow portion of the blue. I'm gonna do 2 drops of sky blue, right? 1 drop of transparent blue, which is ridiculously pigmented, so we don't need a whole lot of this. Right, so 1 little bitty drop, boink, of transparent blue. A bunch of medium again. Give it a good squeeze. Water. Pretty hefty dollop of water in there. Get my brush. There we go. It's pretty thin. Let's see. I need probably not so big a brush this time. Let's go with a number 4 or something that I can get a little bit more control out of. Right. Get next step in on the nozzle. I'm not loading the brush up tremendously here, right? I want to get enough wash to work with, but I'm not trying to treat it like we would if we were using like you know, say Nuln oil or something. I'm not trying to just slop paint all over this. I just want a really nice filtering color that I'm bringing from the outside towards the inside. Painting it right over that purple. Making sure to focus along these bright edges. And this is a real easy way to create neat OSL effects without feeling like, you know, you got to be a master. It's really all in the setup of the white in the beginning, more so than almost anything. right? And the purple is really there to give the effect that the blue glow over what could be red backpack metal or whatever, rather than just black, right? Gives us a little more interest. Reverend Geek, what's going on? Gosu says, I walk away and now they look completely different. Isophist, take it easy. And Isophist, ask me again about the red armor tomorrow. And we can tell you. You haven't left yet. It's based with Payne's Gray, mid-tone of dark plum, and then Bold Pyro Red as the main color, followed by a mix of Bold Pyro Red and Orange for a mid-tone highlight. And then that same mix of Bold Pyro Red and Orange with some Warm Flesh added in to create kind of a, we've been calling it out of jest, eclectic salmon. Basically a salmon pink kind of a coloring. And that's the final highlight that I did with the airbrush. And then I went back with that same salmon pink with the brush. And did the first edge highlight. And then the final edge highlight is done with pale pink. And there you go. Boom. A neat kind of glow for the jump packs. Revan Geek, painting cheap minis to get ready to paint your army. Awesome. Practice minis, best way to do it. Right, so again, this was really simple, gang. This was taking a white and painting the inside of the backpack. You could have done it with the brush. I just did the airbrush, right? So that I got in there and was able to get the color in there really easily and get that nice blend going. So you do a white base, then you highlight the edges with pure white. Then we did the purple, which I mixed transparent purple and transparent red for the wash. You could have just taken royal purple from the new signature set and turned it into a wash, probably. Would have been easier. This is a little bit darker, right? And then the sky blue and transparent blue, just to darken the sky blue up a bit, right? When it's going over the purple, it's going to darken up a little bit anyway. But it gives us a nice glow real quick. We could go back in and re-highlight those edges if we wanted to brighten them up again. But again, I wanted this to be more of a dull glow. He's landed. He's not taken off. But we could brighten up the edge highlights again with just sky blue, probably. Right? Or actually, we do it with white blue. Let's do that real quick just to show you. Grab the white blue so it has a little bit of a blue to it. And then I got to dodge out of here. And I'm not going to do the entire circumference of the circle when I do this. I'm just going to pick the low spot. It might highlight the whole internal edge, but for visual, it's going to look better if we don't do the whole edge and we let it kind of blend in. I'm going to focus mainly on the bottoms. And boom, pretty much that easy. Didn't take us a lot of time. Gives us a really cool look. Backpack exhaust. Bingo.